What's up? I don't really remember when my last. Oh, yes, I do. New Year's. So, um, we're almost a full month into the new year, and I've been off work. Like, no, I still have a job. I have a job. Just been off. I worked this week. Um, and many different this has been different things concerning where my mind is at. It's so I told myself that this year is going to be my year, and I plan to, minus the setback I have right now, I still plan to have this year be my year, no doubts about it. Motivation is definitely what I struggle with, simply because I'll get motivated and then I feel like there'll be something that will get in that way of my motivation, and then I'll just lose motivation. Like, I've often said, because I've got this from Pretty Little Liars, this one line from Pretty Little Liars thing, hope breeds eternal misery. And I've, kept that as a line for myself for a long time now, that I've been over it. And so what I'm doing is, I want to get out of where I'm at. I want to be out of Kentucky. I mean, I have no problems with Kentucky, no problems whatsoever, but I feel like the longer I stay, the more I feel stuck and not where I want to be. So, with daily motivation, I think that I can definitely get myself out of Kentucky. Get on the path of doing what I want to do at career-wise, because it's something I've wanted to do since I was younger. And I mean, I've done a lot of plays throughout my 21 years, but I feel like I have nothing to show for it. I'm ready to move forward in life and do what I want to do, and not what others think I should do, or like, just do what I want to do and get myself to where I feel like I need to be. I have to tell myself constantly, it's not, there's many setbacks a person could go through. And I have to believe for a minor setback will come a major comeback. And so what I'm working on is my major comeback, whatever. After I graduated high school in 2014, I immediately went into college. 2014, 2015. But from my freshman year at a 2-year community college, I did not even last my full first year because I lost motivation. By November, I just barely showed up to class. I had ended up getting a job in November. I ended up getting a job. It was a seasonal job, of course. But the time of that job coincided with my last class of the day. So I just stopped going to that class. My teacher even forgot I just literally stopped going to the class. And then there was this awkward run-in with an ex. And so at that point I was just like, I'm just gonna stop showing up. So I ended the first semester on academic probation. And I just stopped showing up after that. But once the new year started, I told myself, okay, I'm going to go back and be better. So I went back, but I was not better. I went to my classes, but I didn't do nothing. I slept, or I just didn't show up. And my GPA was freaking horrible to the point where I lost everything. And I didn't tell my mom, because I felt like she would be disappointed at me. Because I felt like I didn't want to go to college. Right then and there, I knew. Coming out of high school, what I was going through my senior year, I knew I was not ready for college, but I did it for my mom. And she was okay with me not going anymore as long as I worked. That's what I do. I worked. I chose to work. So, what I want to do now is, do I plan on going back to college? I do. Now, no. Not right now. Like, I would like to, but for what I want to do. When I went, that freshman year, before I, dropped out, I went for law enforcement. I thought that I wanted to be a police officer. I stopped thinking that by probably the first 2 months, simply because of what was going on and with police brutality and everything else. And I was just not with that. And I remember, I remember it was, his name's at the tip of my tongue, and I believe it was in April, and he was shot and killed by a police officer, and the police officer planted his taser by him, even with video footage. I remember when that happened. It was my last few weeks of college itself, and I was in English, and that was the first thing we talked about. It was my first class of the day anyways, and that was as soon as we got in there, everybody got situated, that's the first topic my teacher came at us with. And I remember I opened my mouth and I spoke, and of course I was passionate about it because, I mean, come on. And I spoke, and everybody in my class kind of looked at me like, oh, you speak. Oh, wow, you have a voice. You've been stuck in the back of the class or talking to, I didn't make friends. Small group of friends. I didn't do the work. I slept, or I was there and I didn't speak. But that moment, I spoke and gave them my opinion, and they listened. They seen where I came from. But even then, I knew I was just not bound to be a police officer. It wasn't in me. So I went to my advisor, and we switched my schedule to music. But even then, I never enrolled into the classes. We chose classes, but I never enrolled to them. Because even I knew I'm not coming back. It would be a waste of time because I don't have money. I don't have the money because I BS'd my entire freshman year. And I mean, what am I going to do now? But I didn't want to be there in the first place. I thought about joining the military. I did. I had a recruiter. He was helping me prepare for the ASVAB and everything. Me, him, and my dad talked, It was just that. But I let a relationship get in my way of going into the military. And this ain't the first time I've done that. I did that like last year, the year before that, with a previous relationship, where I let their opinions on me leaving and what would happen if I leave get to me and stop me from that. Same reason why I'm still here is I let people's opinions get to me. But I also let myself get to myself, and I can't do that no more. So I figured what I'm gonna do now is I may not have it all together, and that's okay. I'm 21. Who at the age of 21 really has it all together? Tell me that. Because right now, had I completed that 2-year college, because I was in a transfer program where I would transfer to finish at a university with 2 more years and graduate this year. But who at my age really has it all together? Not everybody. You're not really supposed to, because you're at the age of where you're an adult now, and you're at the age of where you're still coming into adulthood. So you've got to go through things. You've got to find your vibe. You've got to find your own. I had my own place. You see it in my earlier videos. I had my own place with a previous relationship that ended, and I had to leave that place. We both did, due to financial problems. And I moved back in with my parents. I'm not ashamed of it. I just feel like sometimes it's not where I want to be. If I want to do certain things, I can't, because I live with my parents. But I have a dog who I feel like if I want to be the best me, it's going to be for him. I have no kids. I don't. So he's basically my child. And my thing is, if I have to move cross country and be homeless till I can get my first real acting gig and paid to the point of where I can either stay in a hotel for a little bit and save my money to get a place, or find a small apartment where I can have him, I'm gonna have to leave him here with my family, because I trust them with him. He loves them. And I don't want to be in a situation where I'm homeless and I can't not only take care of myself, I can't take care of him. Because then that would make me feel bad. And I don't want to give him up, because he's also my emotional support animal. So what I want to do is I want to set a goal. I want to have a plan in place. And not just like one plan, but like multiple plans. I need a plan. I need a backup plan. I need a backup plan to that backup plan. I need to have plans in order to go where I want to go, be where I want to be. Hey, look, Ma, I made it. You know what I'm saying? So motivation is definitely a strong thing. Motivation. I feel like I should just write it on a piece of paper, and like many pieces of papers, and plaster it all over my wall. Motivation. That's what I need to get where I want to be, to get to where I'm going. Because it's only up from here. It's only up from here. I started my YouTube channel in 2016. I can't exactly remember the day, but I know the video that I have with the most views would be my I am transgender video, my coming out. I want to keep a strong YouTube channel. I want to keep my head up, held up high, and move forward in my life and get where I want to go, where I want to be, and that's an actor. I keep telling my mom, you're gonna see me on an award show, don't care which one, I'm gonna be there, you know? Music award shows, Oscars, Emmys, Golden Globes, People's Choice, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna be there. I want to live that up to myself. I'm going to be there. So, where do you want to be? I know where I want to be. Where do you want to be? I think that's all I have for you today. But I'm going to make sure I stay on top of my YouTube schedule. So you guys will see me soon. Peace.